Good afternoon, students. So yesterday we have seen different organs which are involved in the process of digestion. So today we are going to describe about the process of digestion, how actually the digestion of nutrients takes place. That means the conversion of their complex forms into their simpler form takes place. That we are going to discuss today. So when we take or when we ingest the food in the mouth, the process of digestion starts there itself in the mouth. We have teeth in our mouth which are helpful in breaking down the larger pieces of food into their smaller pieces. So the first digestion starts with the mouth. So first teeth break down the pieces of food and convert them into very small, very fine pieces. And to these pieces, the salivary glands secrete their saliva and get mixed with the food for the formation of a bolus. And this bolus, actually, in this bolus, the process of digestion starts. So what happened? In mouth, the salivary glands are there and they secrete the saliva. And this saliva contains an enzyme called as salivary amylase. This salivary amylase is the enzyme which breaks down or which brings about the partial digestion of carbohydrates. So here complete digestion is not taking place, only partial digestion of carbohydrates is taking place. So the carbohydrates are partially digested here in the mouth, and then the bolus enters in the second very important organ of the human digestive system, and that is nothing but stomach. So stomach is actually a churner. It is said as a churner because it contains the digestive juices. These digestive juices are called as gastric juices, and which are secreted by the walls of the stomach. Okay, am I clear? Stomach contains digestive juices and these digestive juices are secreted by the walls of stomach. Then what is there in the gastric juice? So there are three different substances present in the gastric juice, and that three different things are nothing but, first is 2% hydrochloric acid. Okay, first is 2% hydrochloric acid. Second is mucus. It's a slimy substance called as mucus. And third and very important thing is enzyme pepsin. So these three things are present in the gastric juice. And these three things are secreted by the walls of stomach. So what is their function? One by one we are going to learn it. So first we will see the function of 2% hydrochloric acid. This acid is only 2%, so it is not concentrated. It is very aqueous. It is very say not much concentrated, so it's not going to harm much. But with the food, whatever the germs, bacteria or the other foreign substances which are not native to the body and going to cause harm to the body, such all substances are killed using this 2% hydrochloric acid. So when the food enters in the stomach, it gets mixed with these gastric juices. It churns a lot. Churns means when we prepare the buttermilk using the yogurt, how we do the process, that is called as churning. So here also in the stomach, the food churns well and the digestive juices get mixed with it. So first, the action of 2% hydrochloric acid takes place, that it kills all the germs which are present in the food and creates acidic condition. Okay, the second function of hydrochloric acid is it creates acidic condition which are very important for the functioning of enzyme pepsin. Am I clear? What are the two functions? First is it kills all the germs and the harmful substances. Then second, it creates acidic medium, acidic conditions for the proper functioning of enzyme pepsin. Okay. Then second substance present in gastric juice is mucus. This mucus is helpful for prevention of corrosion of walls of stomach. So what happens when this acid is secreted with the germs? It is going to cause harm to the walls of the stomach also. So as to prevent this harm, this mucus which is secreted in the gastric juice go and settle on the walls of the stomach, and it actually avoids the contact of hydrochloric acid with the walls of the stomach, and there is no corrosion, there is no harm to the walls of the stomach. Clear? Now we will see the third substance, that is a pepsin enzyme. This pepsin enzyme brings about partial digestion. Again here also by amylase it is partial digestion. Here also with the help of pepsin enzyme, partial digestion of proteins takes place. Okay, in stomach the partial digestion of proteins takes place, and these proteins are converted into peptides. You just remember the names, that's it. What it is the intermediate product. Okay, so proteins get converted into peptides. This is the function of enzyme pepsin. So these three things happen in the stomach, that the hydrochloric acid and first the gastric juice get mixed with the food, then the hydrochloric acid get mixed with the food and kills the germs and creates the acidic condition. Mucus go and settle on the walls of the stomach and stops the corrosion of the stomach, or stops the harm to the stomach. Then enzyme pepsin brings about partial digestion of proteins which convert the proteins into peptides. So these all things happen in the stomach. Now we will see when after stomach the food enters in small intestine, where actually the main process of digestion takes place. Okay, in small intestine the main process of digestion takes place. So what happens in small intestine? Small intestine receives three different juices from two different kind of organs, or say glands. Small intestine receives the digestive juices. As I have told you yesterday, we have two glands, liver and pancreas, which are not showing any movement, but they pour their secretions in the small intestine. Okay, now here in this, when the food enters in the small intestine, what happens? It enters in the duodenum. Duodenum is actually the start of the small intestine. The small intestine is divided into three different parts. First is duodenum, second is jejunum, and third is the ileum. We are not going to go in much detail about this. You just remember these names, that three different parts are there. They are nothing but duodenum, jejunum and ileum. So these three parts are there of small intestine, through which actually the food goes, and actually the complete digestion of food takes place here. So what happens? Now in small intestine, first liver pours its secretion. Liver actually secretes a juice called as bile juice. So liver secretes a digestive juice called as bile juice. So I am just writing it here. That liver secretes bile juice. Now food from the stomach, when it enters in the small intestine, it is acidic. As it contains 2% hydrochloric acid, it is acidic. But when it enters in small intestine and when it gets mixed with the bile, now liver is secreted by the liver secretes bile, and this bile gets stored in a small round structure present in the liver called as gallbladder, and whenever it is necessary, it is poured in the small intestine. So bile is secreted by the liver. Now what is the function of bile juice? Bile juice brings about emulsification of fat molecules. So what it does is emulsification. Now what is this emulsification? We will see. Emulsification is nothing but breaking down of larger molecules of fat into their smaller molecules. That's it. That's nothing but emulsification. That the larger molecules of fat are converted into the smaller size molecules.